Do you feel frustrated when things don't go to plan or you're unable to do something that you want to do? This session is all about overcoming frustration. So grab your mat, let's go. Hi, welcome back to another session of Yoga with Megan Elizabeth. I'm Megan and we're going to start with our breath work. So bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. It can be cross legs, on your knees, it can be Dandasana, anything that feels good for you. Just make sure you have a nice straight spine. So we'll start by inhaling the shoulders up to the ears, exhaling down just to release some tension. So bring your palms to face the ceiling. You can keep your eyes open if that feels good, or you can close them and just bring your awareness more inside. Bringing your attention to the present moment on your mat. Focus on what you can hear around you right now. Anything you can taste or feel or smell. Now start to notice as the breath comes in through the nose, into the throat, out of the throat, out of the nose. Perhaps you can feel the breath on your top lip. Notice if it's hot or cold. Slowing yourself down and bringing yourself into mindfulness. On your next inhale, breathe into the chest and continue the breath into the upper back. Exhale through the nose, from the back and then the chest. Again, into the chest and the back. Exhale back, chest. On the next inhale, bring the breath into the belly. You might want to bring your hand over the belly and feel as you push the hand out towards the knees on the inhale. Continue into the chest, into the back. Exhale back, chest, and bring the belly in towards the spine on the exhale. Inhale, belly out, chest, back. Exhale back, chest. Lastly, bring the belly in. Try one more big belly breath. Try to make the inhale longer and the exhale even longer. As we slow the breath, we bring the body into a more relaxed state. We're telling the mind that we are not in danger, we are relaxed. We're going to move on to a pranayama, which is a breathing technique, and this one helps with strengthening the voice, soothing, relieving anger, anxiety and stress. It's called Brahmari or honeybee. So the idea is we're using our throat to make a honeybee sound like this. So drop the tongue to the bottom of the mouth and then you put your fingers in your ears so you are containing the vibrations in your head. So we'll do it for a couple of breaths. We inhale. Just stay quiet, breathing normally. Noticing any new sensations in the body or the mind. And you can practice that breath whenever you want to. You can get used to it. You can make your exhales longer to feel more of the vibration. And it's just a nice calming breath to do to release the anger, anxiety, as we talked about before. Let's start our warm-up. So bring yourself onto your knees, and if you have problems with the knees, you can bring a blanket or a towel here just to tuck underneath them. Big toes together, walk out the knees to the side into a wide-legged balasana, child's pose. Just walk the hands down, bringing the chest to the ground. You can keep the arms extended, or you can bring them under the head. Or if you want a bit of a chest and shoulder stretch, bring them into prayer pose over the head. And just stay here for a few breaths, breathing deeply into the belly. Opening the heart center, the center for compassion, forgiveness and love. Some really useful things to be thinking about when we are in moments of frustration. On your next exhale, bring yourself up halfway. Inhale. Exhale all the way up. Bring the knees in slowly and measure them hip distance from the middle finger to the elbow. And then bring the elbows to the knees. Measure one arm length and one hand length to bring the wrists under the shoulders. Bring the feet nice and flat onto the floor so that you can press into the hands and into the feet. As we roll the shoulders, drop the belly, look up into cow. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, bring the belly to the spine and push away from the floor. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, chin to chest, belly to spine. Last one, inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale to a neutral spine. If you want to continue the cat-cow, you can, or you can go a step further into Viryagrasana, tiger. So we inhale and we bring the opposite hand and foot up, coming into a back bend. Exhaling, arch the back, knee to elbow, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, raise the arm and the leg. Exhale, chin to chest, elbow to knee. One more on this side. Breathing with the movement, keeping your balance. Come back down to all fours, and we'll do the same on the other side. Inhale, drop the belly, opposite knee and arm up. Exhale, arch the back, elbow to knee. Again. Last one. You'll start to feel the core muscles working here too. Good, bring yourself back to all fours. Inhale the right hand up, grounding with the left. Exhale, Parsvabalasana, thread the needle. Drop the shoulders, drop the ear. And just relax into the position. Just check that your knees and your hips are still aligned. If you want to extend this position, inhale the left arm up, bring it over onto the ground and push your chest open. Just intensifies the stretch of the spine, the twist of the spine. Big breath. On your next exhale, you're going to push yourself back up to all fours, and we'll do the same on the other side. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Drop the shoulder, drop the ear. If this feels good, stay here. Or you can inhale the right hand up, push it in and away from the floor. Open the chest and feel the intensity of that stretch. Spinal twists help to rejuvenate the nerves of the spine, calming the mind. And we're releasing lots of shoulder tension here. On your next exhale, push yourself back up into all fours. Take a breath here. We've just been in an inversion where our head is slightly below the heart. So let's just come up slowly. And bring yourself to standing. Come to the front of your mat and we'll start in Samastiti. Bring the toes up and just ground into all four corners of the feet. Drop the toes from the outside in, pelvis under, shoulders back. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. And bend the knees if that feels good. The belly can come towards the thighs and just hang here. Padhastasana. Just feel any tension releasing from the spine and the shoulders. You can even hold the elbows if that feels nicer. Have a go. See what feels good for you. Walk the feet a little bit wider, coming into Atita Lalasana. Inhale up and exhale, release through the legs. Hold the breath. Bend the knees or straighten the knees. Inhale up. Exhale out of the mouth this time. And hold the breath at the bottom. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Exhale back into Samastiti. Let the blood settle in the head a little bit more. So staying at the front of your mat, we are coming into a twist now where we're just going to let the hands drape around our bodies. Look behind you as you twist. One arm is coming across the chest and the other is coming to the bottom of the back. Go as fast or as slow as you want. Don't forget to inhale one side, exhale the other side. You should start to feel the loosening of your back here, releasing any tension. It's also really good for fixing any posture issues. Don't get dizzy. And come back to center when you're ready. Bring yourself into Samastiti again, grounding through the left leg, really pushing out of the hip, and bring your gaze somewhere in front of you that's not moving, your drishti point. We're coming into Vrksasana, tree pose, so the right foot comes against the left ankle, toes to the floor, hands on hips or above. If this feels fine for you, bring your foot off of the floor onto the calf. Make sure you're not on the knee. You can go below the knee or above the knee. And if this is in your regular practice, then you can come into your full tree pose and breathe. If you're starting to wobble, remember to really step out of the hip, pushing into the ground, finding your drishti, your focus point. Check that your shoulders are away from the ears. And if you're falling or wobbling, just take note of how you're feeling at that time. Is there frustration towards yourself, or frustration outwardly that you can't do it perhaps? And how do you react to that frustration? Can we move through it? On your exhale, bring the knee towards the chest and bend forward, bending the left knee, coming into warrior 3. When you have your balance here, it can be on the wall if you want to hold the wall. Exhale that foot out and keep the hips flat. Warrior 3. If you feel good with your balance, straighten that left leg. If you're looking at me thinking, are you serious? Come to the wall and do it against the wall like this. Or you can bring a block and do it from the block. There's always ways to make the pose fit your body. From your warrior 3, keeping the balance, grounding, bend the right leg and reach around to the inside of the foot. Push the foot into the hand, dancer's pose. Exhale down, and just take note if you were wobbling or falling over, if that did bring up feelings of maybe anxiety, frustration or anger, and just know that that's perfectly fine and you did get through it, and notice how that might change when we go on to the next side. Let's take a vinyasa just to iron out all of the creases. So inhale up, exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, step back, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Exhale, push back into Downward Facing Dog and take a few breaths here. Maybe you want to bend the knees a little bit, twist the hips out, just get some movement. And when you're ready, bend the knees, inhale, and come back towards the center of your mat. Inhale all the way up, exhale. This time we're going to ground through the right foot for our tree pose. Claw the toes in, step out of the hip, bring the pelvis under and strengthen the core. The left foot is coming to the right ankle. Choose where you want your hands. This side might be very different as well. You might have a better balance on this side, or it might be more wobbly. But that's fine. We're not getting frustrated about it. We're not judging it. We're just feeling it. If you're good here, bring the foot to the calf. If you're wobbly, you can come back down. Step out of the hip again. Find your drishti point. These are all strategies that you can just go over again and again to help you maintain your balance. Challenge yourself, don't give up. Good. Inhale the knee up towards the chest. Bend this right leg if that feels good for your balance. Exhale, leaning forward from the hips, keeping the body straight. We're coming into warrior 3. If this isn't happening, go to the wall. Bring that left straight. Tilt the hips flat. And then when you're ready, you can try to straighten that right leg. Now push the fingers one way, push the toe the other way to help keep your balance here. And don't forget to breathe. From here, if you want to try dancer's pose, reach to the inside of your foot if you can find it. Push the foot against the hand. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Let's go through one more vinyasa. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, choose your vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog with your own breath. Inhale, look up, bend the knees, and come down to Vidrasana. Just take your breath here, let your body settle. And when you're ready, you can come into Dandasana, legs out straight, our base seated position. Bring the buttocks out either side so that you can feel the sitting bones supporting you on the floor. We did those balancing positions to try to push through the frustration barriers that we have and to understand that we can overcome things even if they're not in our control and even if they don't look like how we think they should or even if they don't work out like we hope they should. But nothing bad happened if we fell over or we wobbled. It's just part of the practice, part of the life. And we're going to inhale up, straighten the spine. Exhale, keeping the spine straight and the chin in line with the chest. Just push forward. Inhale up again. Feeling that straightness of the spine. This time, try to bring the arms down to the legs, keeping the spine straight. If we're coming down like this, we're putting unnecessary strain and pressure on the back of the neck. So inhale, the chest open and feel the difference. Exhale, bend the elbows. See if you're going to come further down. We're not pulling from the hands, we're pushing from the hips. Inhale, straighten, grab the toes if you can. Or if you're here, that's fine. If you're here, that's fine. Wherever your body is, that is where it should be. Last one, inhale, exhale. Inhale up. We're going to move into some heart opening and throat opening positions. The heart so that we are activating more compassion and forgiveness towards ourselves, not getting frustrated towards ourselves, and also the external situation at the moment. We're opening our throat because that's our center for communication and being present. And it's really important to stay present through times like these and not think about what might happen in the future or be frustrated with what you want to be doing right now. So let's move on to our back. Coming into Matsyasana, fish pose. If you have problems with your neck, you're going to want to keep your head off of the floor or your chin to your chest. Bring the knees bent and inhale the hips up, bringing the hands under and the shoulder blades together. We can drop the hips back down. Straighten the legs or keep them bent, your choice. Inhale, push up onto the elbows, bringing the shoulder blades together. So you can rest the head on the floor. There's no pressure on the head at all. Or you can keep the head, the chin to the chest, if that's not good for your neck. Into fish pose. Here we're opening the heart and the throat, the heart chakra and the throat chakra, the energy centers. Remembering to breathe. Grounding through the heels, the forearms, pushing up with the elbows. And just feel the opening of the front body. To come down, just gently move the head, roll the spine down and release the arms. Bring the chin to the chest and just take yourself into Shavasana for a few breaths. Let the energy energy settle. You might want to rock the neck backwards and forwards. And slowly come up onto the knees into Vajrasana, hero pose. Overcoming fears and frustration in your hero's pose, chest open. Let the hands come to the floor if they can touch. You'll feel a nice stretch across the chest and the shoulders. From here, measure the knees hip distance apart. Bring yourself on your knees and make sure that the ankles and knees are also aligned. We're coming into a back bend, another throat and heart opener. If you have problems with your neck or lower back, you're going to come into the half version, which I will show you first. So we inhale, straight spine, fingers point to the ceiling and bring them to the lower back, really pushing into the lower back. Inhale. As you exhale, you're pushing your hands into the lower back and leaning back onto them, so your back is fully supported by the hands. Chin to chest, this is half camel pose. If you're fine here, stay here. And when you want to come out, push the hands into the back and bring yourself into child's pose. If you want to come into full Astrasana, camel, from half camel, you just lean yourself back and bring the hands down to the heels, chin to chest, or drop the head back. Push into the floor with your legs. Squeeze the quads and the buttocks and the core. And to come out, bring the hands to the lower back. Push into the lower back. Bring yourself to Balasana, child's pose. Head to the floor or on the hands. Let the belly hang loose on the thighs or in between the thighs. Take the breath back. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Inhale halfway. Exhale. And bring yourself onto your front. Coming into Matsya Kridasana, flapping fish pose. Interlace the fingers above the head. Inhale the right knee in line with the hip. You can put a blanket or a pillow under the shin if that feels better. And exhale the elbow towards the knee, lying in the elbow crease. Flapping fish pose, a really relaxing pose. Also just realigns the pelvis. And with your diaphragm being constricted by the floor, it forces your breath to slow down. Forces you to take deep, slow breaths, which then calms the mind. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Inhale, left leg up, knee and hip aligned, and exhale, left elbow towards the knee. Finding a comfortable head position in your elbow crease. Notice if this side feels any different to the other one. That's okay, that's normal. Really focus on bringing that breathing to a slow, calm, steady pace. Inhale back to center, and we will come into Shavasana. You can stay here. This is Advasana, which is the front relaxation pose, corpse pose. Or you can come into traditional Shavasana if you find that more comfortable, which is on your back. So your choice. If you are on your back, bring the pelvis up to the ceiling and your feet to either side of the mat. If you want to bring a blanket to keep yourself warm or tuck it under your knees to support your lower back, do that now. When you're ready and you have everything you need, roll the shoulders back, open the palms to the ceiling and tuck the chin to the chest. Keep the focus now on your breath. You can practice your honeybee breath now if you want to on the exhale, or you can focus on deep belly breaths, inhaling the belly up to the ceiling, into the chest, into the back. Feel the back pushing against the floor. Exhale, soften the back, chest, belly. Take a couple more deep belly breaths in your own pace. Finding stillness in the body and the mind. Staying mindful and present. Let's scan the body now, starting from the toes. Releasing the toes. You can wiggle the toes if you want, just to be aware of them and then release them to feel the relaxation. You can squeeze the calves, and as you exhale, soften. Feel the difference between the tension and the relaxation. Squeeze the thighs as you inhale. Exhale, release. Squeeze the glutes, the belly and the lower back. Inhale and squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Squeeze the fingers into fists. Squeeze the hands. Exhale, release. Open them up, let go. Inhale, squeeze the forearms, the elbows, the biceps, the triceps. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the chest. Exhale, release, and feel the tension go. Squeeze the neck, the throat, and exhale, release. Open the mouth as wide as you can, stretching the jaw. Exhale, release. Squeeze the eyes in, scrunch them up, scrunch the nose. Exhale, release. Raise the eyebrows up to the top of your head and release. Now scan the body again. Notice how the tension has been released. No frustration, no anger. Staying present. Make sure that you're not thinking about what might come or what has just happened. Staying present helps you stay peaceful. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, and inhale the arms up and over your head. Take a big body stretch, toes in the opposite direction. Keep your eyes closed, and as you exhale, move to the left side of the body. Time for your hug. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself you're okay, you did a great job. Keep trying, things will be easier, things will get better. You just don't give up. On your next exhale, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Palms open on the knees, and just have have a few more minutes, a few more moments of peace. Notice how your mind and your body are feeling. Now rub the palms of your hands together, create some heat energy. Palm the skin on your face, palm your forehead, the cheeks, the chin and the nose. Bring the hands over the eyes. Big inhale. Exhale, blink the eyes open as you release the hands. Hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for the frustration session. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, then click subscribe. See you next time.